So Logan Paul is back at it again, digging himself an even deeper hole. First, he goes after a Kroger employee over a silly sign mix-up, but the employee totally destroys him, and then he gets totally owned by Ludwig in a petty Prime bottle feud. It's like he just can't help himself. But trust me, it only gets messier from here. Alright, let's kick things off with the Kroger employee drama, because this one's actually wild. So here's what went down. A grocery store worker named Casey, who worked at a Fred Meyer, owned by Kroger, noticed that Lunchly products were out of stock. Given the recent listeria outbreak affecting meat products, Casey assumed there might be a recall on Lunchly. After checking with his manager, who gave him the go-ahead, Casey put up a sign saying the Lunchly products were recalled for health concerns. It seemed like a harmless, better safe than sorry move, right? Well, things spiraled out of control fast. The sign went viral online, causing people to believe that Lunchly products might actually be discontinued. This whole recall rumor picked up even more steam thanks to the recent wave of controversies swirling around Lunchly.
I like my cheese drippy, bro.
Logan's company was already under fire. Rumors of moldy products, KSI's online beef with Dan TDM, and Mr. Beast facing crazy allegations all added fuel to the fire. People were more than ready to believe the worst, and Casey's sign looked like the proof they needed. Logan heard about the viral sign, and instead of keeping things low-key, he sent a representative he knew to investigate. This Lunchly rep showed up at Fred Meyer to question Casey, and let's just say it wasn't a casual chat. The rep grilled Casey, making the whole thing feel pretty intense and even a little invasive. Casey said in an interview that he felt like he was being interrogated, and the pressure only got worse after that. Eventually, Fred Meyer decided to temporarily suspend Casey. Now, this wasn't because he did anything seriously wrong, but because the situation had blown up so much, and the store didn't know how else to handle it. Casey's suspension was supposed to calm things down, but if anything, it just made people rally behind him more. They saw how Logan's reaction put Casey, a regular worker, in a tough spot. Fans started a GoFundMe to help Casey out during his suspension, raising over $12,000 to cover his lost income. Now, here's where things got really interesting. Popular YouTuber Rosanna got wind of the situation and put out a video called Logan Paul Went Too Far, where she broke down what happened. Rosanna's video didn't hold back, and she gave a full rundown on how Logan's approach went overboard. In Casey's interview with Rosanna, he described how stressful it was dealing with the whole thing, especially the unexpected interrogation by the Lunchly rep. I'll be playing a few clips from Rosanna's video so you can hear Casey's side directly. It really shows how intense things got for him.
Work and saw had been pulled down and they had been stopped. So I was like, oh, great, cool, more product to sell, great. Then suddenly, out of the blue, I heard that somebody had taken a photo of this and posted it online. And I found this out by a Lunchly's representative that came into my work at like 9 at night and was asking me a bunch of really odd questions. And it was starting to get a little borderline harassing because I was in the back room and he followed me into the back room to ask me if I had known about numerous different people, specifically this other person named Casey, which I thought was strange because I was like, not all Caseys know each other. You know that, right? And so I was like, because he kept asking me about my Twitter presence, which is non-existent. I don't have a Twitter account. No, this guy asked me a bunch of questions regarding Lunchly.
Kroger, Fred Meyer's parent company, even put out a statement about the situation, saying they value the respect and well-being of their employees. They confirmed that they were investigating the incident, sending a clear message that they weren't thrilled with how things played out. Despite all this, Logan didn't really address the serious issues. Instead, he focused on the smaller stuff, like clarifying that Lunchly wasn't officially recalled. He completely ignored the more significant concerns like the alleged mold in some Lunchly products, and just went all in defending his brand. This selective response pattern was becoming a real trend with him. Alright, so after the whole Kroger employee drama, Logan probably thought things couldn't get any messier, but enter Ludwig, who had a plan to poke at Logan in a way that would get under his skin. And let's just say he hit the mark. This all kicked off when Ludwig hinted that Logan doesn't actually drink Prime, his own energy drink brand. During Mr. Beast's 50 YouTubers video, Ludwig noticed Logan filling his Prime bottle with water. Yep, instead of his own product, Logan had apparently swapped it out with plain old H2O. Ludwig didn't miss the chance to bring it up, slyly suggesting that maybe Logan doesn't actually like drinking Prime as much as he says he does.
I decided to grab a Logan Paul's Prime, and I wanted to use it to help my friends on my team beat the puzzle. That was what I was trying to do. So I sneakily grabbed his Prime, and I was going to put some in the cap. But when I did, I noticed the color was weird, and I took a sip. It was water. Logan Paul replaced the Prime with water.
Logan, being Logan, couldn't let it slide. He responded saying he ran out of Prime on set, so he just refilled his bottle with water to stay hydrated while still promoting the brand. But that wasn't enough for Ludwig, who had only used this Prime water swap story to pull Logan into a bigger discussion. Ludwig went straight for the real issues, calling Logan out for his ongoing lawsuit with CoffeeZilla, a YouTuber who had exposed Logan's CryptoZoo scandal. The CryptoZoo project had ended up as a huge mess, costing investors a lot of money, and CoffeeZilla had done a series of videos on it. Logan had originally thanked CoffeeZilla for exposing the problem, but then turned around and sued him. So Ludwig was like, "Why are you coming after me for a water bottle joke and not explaining why you're trying to silence CoffeeZilla?"
Why did you sue CoffeeZilla? Why did you sue CoffeeZilla after thanking him for exposing the crypto fraud that you were part of? Are you scared of what future things he's going to say? Why are you suing CoffeeZilla? Why are you replying to me joking and talking about a water bottle scandal and not replying to CoffeeZilla and you suing him into silence? Are you scared of him saying things? Why are you suing CoffeeZilla? Reply to that. What? You're worried about a water bottle. Why are you suing a fellow YouTuber? What? Reply to that.
Now, you'd think Logan might address the real accusations, especially since Ludwig called him out so directly, but instead, Logan went full defensive mode, focusing only on the Prime bottle drama. In an episode of his Impulsive podcast with XQC, he went on a full rant, calling Ludwig names and claiming he was lying about the whole water bottle swap.
There's a streamer named Ludwig. I met him for the first time in Mr. Beast's Influencer Box Challenge. I go online the other day, and I see this dude preaching to his audience about how I don't actually drink Prime. Walked in with the Prime. I drank the Prime in the first 30 minutes, hour, whatever. Jimmy's team was bringing water bottles to drink. So my options were drink out of the water bottle and throw the Prime out, or pour the water in the Prime so I at least am still marketing my product. Evidently, in one of the challenges, he goes, "Yeah, I'm a cheater. I went to go take a sip of Logan's Prime." This dude Ludwig accused me of rigging Mr. Beast Challenge.
I thought this shit was rigged for you. Did you guys have to switch your info?
No. He accused me of cheating, and then admits to cheating. Imagine if he went to cheat in the actual Squid Games. What would happen? You get your ass actually fucking capped, bro.
Logan was all, "Bro, I drank Prime all day on set, and then you go and say I didn't?" He even mocked Ludwig's Red Bull sponsorship, saying Red Bull tastes like actual gasoline compared to Prime.
Also, I'm sorry, bro, I'm gonna let you talk. I was in the box with you, Ludwig, for 36 hours, bro. You saw me drink Prime afterwards. A lot of it. And yet you have the audacity to genuinely go in front of your audience to try to convince them that I don't drink my product, which is an awesome product. And then, of course, at the end of it, he goes, "See, with me, I really drink Red Bull." I love it, his sponsor. He's like, "I really drink." I'm like, bro, if you compare it to Prime, Red Bull tastes like actual gasoline. And so he talks about me, he lies, he's a hypocrite, he farms his clips, and now people believe this thing, and it's just so annoying to me, because like, why do you care? This particular scenario, he's a hypocrite, lying, blockhead beta, bro. Like, why are you making, I tried so hard to like this guy. And I'm not the only one who left thinking, that dude's kind of a douchebag, but I'm gonna mind my business.
But he didn't touch the CoffeeZilla lawsuit at all, dodging the real criticism completely. It's like Logan only heard the part about his drink and tuned everything else out. So Ludwig's plan? Kind of genius, actually. He baited Logan with the petty Prime water rumor, knowing Logan would get all defensive about his brand, then hit him with the bigger question about CoffeeZilla and the lawsuit. And while Logan was busy ranting about drinking Prime, he ended up ignoring the much bigger issue that people actually cared about. This tactic worked like a charm, too. Ludwig got people talking about the CoffeeZilla lawsuit all over again, and Logan looked like he was avoiding the serious stuff by focusing on a drink debate. But it didn't stop there. Logan's reaction to Ludwig's jab only made him look more like he was picking and choosing what he wanted to respond to. This habit of his to ignore the big stuff while focusing on small, petty points was starting to stand out to everyone. Ludwig kept calm, brushing off Logan's insults and standing by his comments. He even responded to Logan's name-calling on stream, laughing it off and saying he thought the whole thing was pretty ridiculous. He also cleared up a rumor that he himself had cheated in Mr. Beast's challenge and made it clear that Logan was just trying to deflect. So basically, we've got Logan Paul getting called out for everything from mistreating a grocery worker to dodging serious questions about his crypto scandal and getting totally owned by Ludwig along the way. It's a perfect example of how internet personalities can get so wrapped up in defending their brand that they forget there's a real world with real people watching. This whole thing kind of shows the power of the internet to hold influencers accountable, even if they'd rather focus on smaller, more convenient issues. And for YouTube and society, it's a reminder that viewers are paying attention and want the truth, not distractions or drama. Maybe influencers will think twice before picking petty fights and instead deal with real issues head on. At the end of the day, people aren't looking for fake vibes. They want the real deal.